Hello ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Wicked Crypto. Today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. Also I'll touch on EOS, Cardano, Ethereum, Harmony, and Matic Network. So just in case you are new to the channel, just to remind everybody that you can earn EOS in Coinbase. You can earn up to $10. Also you can earn Stellar Lumen in Coinbase as well. So you can check it out if you're interested. And Ontology, they're going to give out ONG token for people who join the Ontology English Telegram channel. And make sure you send a message in the last 28 days in order to eligible for this giveaway. And before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop giveaway or hard fork. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. So this is from TradingView, Bill Charlson. He just posted this, and it looks like it's a little bit bearish. We'll go down to 4650, but you never know. So what do you think? Do you think we are going down to this direction, or we are going to go back up again? And another thing, interesting thing is Bitcoin. The reason why the recent pump, they talk about the Chinese yuan. People in China, they want to transfer their yuan out of the country. And don't forget, in China they have capital control and everything, so in order to transfer the money out of the country, Bitcoin is a good way to do that. So that's one of the reasons why there's a recent pump from 6,000 to all the way to like 8,000 or something like that. Is one of the reasons why the Bitcoin has pumped, because there's a depreciation of the yuan and then the outflow of the capital. And I don't know, but we'll see. There's a lot of reason for why we are pumping and all that. But I will talk about that tomorrow because of the Chinese yuan, the capital outflow that increased the price of Bitcoin. And I just want to go to different projects to see what they have done so far. So for EOS, they have 10,000, over 10,000 commit. And the update is pretty recent, right? 2019, May 10, June 4th, 2019, or this 2018, 2019. So that's mean they're still doing their work, right? But some projects, they're not doing their work anymore. So this is in GitHub. This is for Cardano. So Cardano have over 16,000 commit. So you can see this is December 2018, and then September, March 2019, everything is 2019. So June 3rd, 2019, and what's the latest one they do? Let's see, June 7, 2018, or 2018. This is March 21st, 2019. So on March, they did a lot of stuff. And yeah, 2019. So that means there's, the last is June 3rd, I think June 3rd, 2019. So that means they're still doing the project. They did not abandon their project, right? At least, because some of the project is like, for example, some project you can see, for example, Matic Network. I know that this is an IEO in Binance. You can see that the last update they have is June 7, 2019, and commit is only 398. That's not much. So. And then there's a 2019, and then there's not much activity. It's just once in a while they update. So this is not good, you know. I know there's a lot of hype about Matic Network, but it seems like they didn't really work on stuff or something like that. In terms of Ethereum has over 11,000 commit. So you can see Ethereum, the people are working really hard. So you can see June 8, 2019, June 4th, June 7, June 3rd, May 30th, 2019. So everything is almost 2019. They did a lot of things like the console, the consensus, the accounts, and so not just those stupid README file. You know, sometimes they just update a README file, they just put there. So Ethereum, it seems like they're working really hard too. So in terms of Harmony, you know, it's one of the IEO in Binance as well, right? It's already pumped. And they have over 3,300 commits, but I haven't seen any day yet. So I don't know if they're working on it or what's going on. So yeah. So anyway, so you can see which projects are doing the work. So Cardano did the work, Ethereum did the work, And EOS, yeah, EOS also did the work, but then some of them is like back in 2018, you know. So there's a few in 2019, May 2019. Yeah, I think we'll see how it goes. I mean, they're still doing their work. I mean, it's not that somebody is going to abandon the project. So sometime once in a while, you go to GitHub. If you have your favorite project that you are supporting, just go to GitHub once in a while and see if your project is still active. Some of the project is already dead. There's no update for almost 6 months or a year. Basically they're not they probably abandoned the project, or some of them are dead already. So, but I could be wrong too, right? You never know. But anyway, the next stock I'm going to talk about, Bitcoin. Marco, he tweeted about crypto may be risky, but so is moving to the suburbs and being happy with an 80,000 household income. I mean, nowadays 80,000 household income is not that much. Depending on where you live, if you live in the southern state, like some like in Kentucky or some other area, maybe it's okay. But if you live in a big city, 80,000 is almost nothing. You pay rent is almost like 3,000 for the rent. I mean, depending on where you live. If you live in a major city, metropolitan city, 80,000 is bare minimum. You can stay in the city, like New York City or San Francisco, those areas. Just forget it. And let's see. So here is this guy's Charlie the Wonder Dog. He tweeted about why be a slave to the banks and also an employer. So why you want to be a slave to the banks and the employer when you can be free with the crypto? You will be a slave to the chart instead. Oh, that's true. I mean, when you buy something, you don't just buy based on emotion. You look at the chart to determine your entry and exit position, right? So if you just buy every time you FOMO in, you're going to lose big money. So you got to look at the chart. You got to learn TA, but not for everybody. But another thing is, if you look at Bitcoin from 5 years horizon, it doesn't matter how much you buy right now, 5,000, 7,000, 8,000, whatever. As long as you don't FOMO in, you are fine. Just look at the wider horizon, 3 to 5 years from now. But if you're just doing a day-to-day trading and you are not a professional trader, just forget it. You don't have time for that. This is not a financial advice. Use your due diligence. So a lot of people, they do a cost averaging. I mean, that's fine too. Just like you put in the 401k, you do cost averaging, it's fine. So for long term, I'm very bullish. Short term, you don't have time to monitoring. If you exit in and out and without looking at the chart and all that, I think you're going to lose money. And if you're not a professional trader, just forget about it. Seriously. Once again, not a financial advice. Use your due diligence. So, okay, tomorrow probably I will talk about how the Chinese yuan, the outflow of capital may affect the price of Bitcoin. But I'm not surprised because right now, because the new Chinese, not the new, he's no longer new. The Chinese president, the premier, he wants to control the capital outflow basically. And he fights corruption and all that. So right now it's difficult to get money out of China compared to like 5 to 6 years ago. It's even more difficult. And I think maybe China also has some economic problems because they overbuild. So they overbuild so much, there's a lot of ghost city and a lot of construction company or real estate company, they are in debt as well. In terms of financially, I don't think they are in a good shape. And plus, right now, they have a trade war with the US. There's another thing too. If the trade war with the US, then a lot of factory worker is going to lose their jobs and all that. And of course, in China, they want to boost the domestic consumption. But the thing is, right now, there's a lot of things export to the US, right? When they want to export to the US and then support the factory worker. But once the trade war and everything, and it's no longer profitable to export to, for example, those companies, it's no longer profitable to get the goods from China. They're going to go to some other emerging countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, or Thailand, or some other countries because the cost is cheaper. So they probably will move the factories out of China. So China will be in big trouble. And all this worker, those are from the rural area from the farm. Those are I think the farmers. The farmers from the rural areas, they move from the rural area to the city to be a factory worker, just like building those iPhone and all that jazz, and yeah, for working for Foxconn, right, for building those iPhone. And I think those workers, I mean, they're under so much stress that some of them commit suicide inside the factory. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. But anyway, so right now, I think there's a huge capital control. And in order to preserve those rich people in China, in order to preserve their capital, they probably want to use cryptocurrency to exit out of China to the US or to somewhere else. So that's why all this money out from China buying real estate in the US, in Canada, both of the market. Also in Australia, a lot of Chinese, rich, wealthy Chinese buyers, they just pay cash to buy up those houses in Australia and all that. That is, some of them are money laundering, of course, but I don't know for sure. But and then it makes all the prices unaffordable to the locals in Canada, especially in Toronto, Vancouver, Australia, and Sydney. But that's all crazy. But I know that Australia, the housing bubble is about to burst and all that, right? So let me know what you think. If you live in those areas, please comment below. Is your housing prices gone skyrocketing because of the wealthy mainland Chinese investor scooping up all this real estate property, paying cash as a cash buyer? I mean, most of the typical Americans or people, they are not cash buyer. They probably will put 10 or 20% down and mortgage the rest. But then if you have a cash buyer come in, the buyers, of course, want to sell to the cash buyer if the price is right? They don't want to go through all this hustles, go through like 30 to 60 days and in order to close the house. But anyway, please comment below. I would like to hear from you. What do you think about the outflow of Chinese capital to the Bitcoin and bump up the price of Bitcoin? Also, in terms of real estate, is your area, the price is going crazy because of the Chinese buyer from overseas buy up all the property? Please comment below. I would love to hear from you. If you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And if you haven't hit the notification bell, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming video. Remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency or IEO has inherent risk. Please use your due diligence.